Hello and welcome to Hill Stadium here in Saco, Maine on the campus of Thornton Academy for the 2023 Maine Lacrosse Senior All-Star Game. I'm Cole Purvis alongside Dan Crowley here on TATV. We are so excited to bring you this showdown between some of the best seniors in the state of Maine. A lot of talent on this field today, and it should be exciting to see how both teams play in their final lacrosse games of their high school career.
Really a great opportunity for these young men to play one more time with the best in the state. Really an opportunity for Maine to show itself, where it stands and how good our lacrosse really is here in the state.
There are 37 different schools being represented in this game today. Lots of good players from both southern Maine, central Maine. A lot of guys making some long drives down here to play in this all-star game. And we just had the state championships in Maine high school lacrosse to finish up that season, with Cape Elizabeth winning in Class A, York winning in Class B, and Waynfleet winning in Class C, and a lot of those players will be featured here today in this game. I want to also thank our producer Josh Pulsifer for being with us today, bringing you this game. We'll also have the Underclassmen Showcase Game right after this one.
Face-off for the second game should be about 7. We'll see how long this one runs. And we are underway.
I'll blow the whistle, and here we go. The green team versus the orange team here in this all-star game. And it will start off with Bryce Crowell from Messalonsky for the green. Going left to right on your screen. There's a shot, and it skips right past the goal and all the way to the back fence. In net for the orange team is Ben Q from South Portland, who is the SMAA Player of the Year. Just a terrific goalie, and one of the biggest reasons why they made the Class A state championship this year. Here's Tucker Johnson with a shot, and that won't go. Both shots so far off target.
Both backed up by Will Durkee from Messalonsky.
Here's Durkee working around the cage. Fires it back up to the top. Here's Connor Goss, Cape Elizabeth. Now on the far side, working around the net. Feeling some heat, going to throw it back up top, and that is over the head of Johnson and will skip out of bounds. And the first possession for the orange team coming up. Many of these guys will be playing lacrosse at the next level in college. Many looking to play at Division I, Division II, and Division III, so lots of different levels of schools here. As that pass will skip out of bounds.
2 turnovers on the first 2 possessions. Have to remember, folks, that a lot of these players have not played together. Just trying to get on the same page here as we start the game.
Like you see in a lot of all-star games all across sports, it can be laid back sometimes, but this is the last go for these guys in their high school careers, so it might get a little competitive at times.
Especially a little fun if you're playing against your former teammate. They did mix up the teams.
Yeah.
Schools represented on both teams.
For Thornton Academy, 2 kids in this game, Hayden Whitney and Cam Raymond, on opposite teams, so that should be interesting to see. As there's the first save of the game by Ben Q, who's been a wall back there all season long for the South Portland Red Riots. And a quick outlet pass to Brady Angel, his teammate from South Portland. Here's a shot and a great save.
Snuck in past the goalie, Andrew Noyes from Falmouth.
Well, it's going to be a goal.
Yeah, I saw it the same way you did. Initially, he did get a stick on it. Looks like it got through after.
So the Orange strike first and lead 1-0. Nice day out, good weather here at Hill Stadium. Rained all day yesterday pretty much, but the weather cleared up nicely for this game today. There's a face-off at midfield. Chase 4 and 1 by the Orange. That's Harry Rubin from Portland. A lot of these guys rivals during the season, but getting to come together and play on the same team.
Pretty cool.
Definitely. There's Killian Marsh back up top.
Nice slide there by Green.
As I said, with this being an exhibition game, maybe not a ton of physicality, which will be able to show off the passing today, as there's a shot that goes wide of the net.
Certainly looking to keep everyone healthy by the end of this one.
That was number 2, Braden Ward.
Number 2 from NYA, Braden Ward. Assisted by South Portland's Brady Angel, first goal of the game.
There's a shot inside and a score. Harry Rubin, the attacker from Portland, gets on the board and extends the lead to 2-0 for the Orange. And the face-off at midfield. Green with a chance at it, but couldn't quite locate the ball. Still fighting for it, and it's finally scooped up by number 12, Bryce Crowell.
Goal scored by Harry Rubin from Portland.
And that one stopped by Q.
2 early saves by Q in the net. Really quick to the ball so far today.
Makes really good use of his size to stop those top shelf shots. Definitely want to try and go low on Ben Q. Here's the shifty attacker, number 16, Jason Shackley from Westbrook. Moving to his right, shoots and scores, bounces it right past Ben Q, and the green team on the board for the first time today. That was Matthew Kennedy from Greeley with the goal.
Notice what Kennedy did there. Q had saved one up top and then saved one low, and just give him a variety. Use the bounce shot, make him see different angles that come in the ball, and Kennedy did a nice job of switching it up on Q.
It was a great shot, a lot of velocity on that one, and skipped about 1 or 2 yards in front of Q. Those bouncing shots can be hard to stop. Face-off rolls over to the near side. And Green will have it. Four players playing in this game recently won state championships, as we mentioned earlier. Championship weekend was this past weekend with a lot of good lacrosse played.
Initially rained out Saturday, got all the games in Monday, I believe.
Class A game, Cape Elizabeth beat South Portland 17-6. And we'll see several of those Cape Elizabeth Capers in the underclassmen game. They have 7 playing in that game. Connor Goss, one of their star players, is in this game playing for the Orange team. Here's Cam Raymond of Thornton Academy. Throws it back up top to Brody Ernst, the Bonnie Eagle Scott, who goes right down the middle, and a good save made. And an opportunity in transition for the green team.
Goodwin sees he doesn't have numbers there, pulls it back smartly, allows for the substitutes to come on.
Great spin move inside, a shot, and off the mark. Couldn't sneak it past Ben Q, but it's still a great move by Connor Goss. They'll start it off from the near side here, work it into the end zone. That's Caden Manning from Massabesic. Looks for a nice pass.
Look in the middle.
And a great bounce shot right past Ben Q. That's Nick Marrow, the attacker from Brunswick, who ties it up at 2. See the sideline celebration for the green team there, rowing the boat, the canoe. Just having a little fun in this all-star game here. Just under 6 minutes to go in this first quarter.
Got a little unlucky there, bounced off the official.
Green goal scored by Brunswick's Nick Monroe, number 2. Assist by Greeley's Matthew Kennedy.
Green will take control here. And this is number 10, Liam Anderson, the long stick midi from Waynfleet, one of those state championship winning teams from over the weekend. Underhand pass. Behind the cage, right in front of the net. A shot and another great save. Ben Q ranging to his right to deny Nick Marrow of his second goal.
Oh, he's wide open in the middle.
And another great save. That was Marrow again looking to go to work on Q, but Ben Q tries a little behind the back pass, and he nearly found his teammate Brady Angel, but couldn't handle the ball. A little nifty pass there from the South Portland goalkeeper. Right in front of the net, and a shot and a score. That's Tucker Johnson from Trape. Gives the green team the lead, so after going down 2-0, Green fights back and scores 3 straight.
Green goal scored unassisted, number 15 from Trape, Tucker Johnson.
Fight for the face-off at midfield. Little scrum there, and either player able to control the ball. And
yeah, they're going to get a delay on Green. He held the clamp a little too long, didn't release it. Oh, nice.
That pass nearly intercepted and taken down by Green. Here's a chance in transition. Green looking for numbers. Quick ball movement by Green. And a slip down low. Here's a shot and a score. Matthew Kennedy with his second of the afternoon. And good transition work there by Green to lead 4-2.
Green doing a nice job in the middle of the field, whether it's face-offs, transition, winning that middle 20 to 30 yards. Any coach will tell you it's a real important part of the field. Ground balls, those scrums really lead to possessions, and that can be the difference in a lacrosse game.
Yeah, and watching a team like Cape Elizabeth, who just dominated everyone in Class A this year, those are the two things they were good at: transition offense, passing the ball quickly and crisply, and scooping up ground balls to give themselves more possession.
Green a little quick on the face-off there, be orange ball.
Here's number 21, Wyatt Horning from York. Up top to Harry Rubin. Whips it over to Cam Raymond, looks to put a move on his defender. Quick spin move, and he falls over, loses his stick, and it's picked up by Rubin. Rubin trying to beat his man one-on-one. Fires it over to Raymond. Raymond and Rubin playing pass. Rubin shut off nicely, throws it in front of the net, and it's picked off by the green keeper. And they'll look to clear.
Oh, great stick check.
Great defensive play there. And they'll find Killian Marsh. Back up top, good opportunity for Orange. And unable to handle the ball is Rubin. That was Jake Washburn from Kennebunk who had a nice defensive play for Orange to give them that possession. Now here's Green back to work on offense. Quick passing, but unable to connect with Nick Marrow in front of the goal. These players had to try out for this game, and about 50 players participating in this.
Great outlet pass by Q there.
Here's number 17, Owen Gallrap. Back up top to Raymond. Lost it momentarily, but now scoops it back up. Raymond, the midfielder from Thornton Academy. Chance inside and a shot. And it's off the netting of the stick. And will bounce past midfield. And scooped up by green number 2, Nick Marrow. Here's a shot, and it goes right off the post. And ricochets out of bounds. Unlucky there from, looked like it was, I believe, Connor Goss, who fired that one in hard on Ben Q.
Some of the shooters we're going to see tonight, I expect to see a few more posts throughout the evening.
Here's a shot, and again, unable to get it past Ben Q and net. Opportunity right in front of the net, and unable to just put any velocity on that shot. Another opportunity for Green, and Q is a little out of position, and there's another goal by Nick Marrow, his second of the afternoon. The Brunswick Dragon gets on the board again. We'll have to see how long they keep Ben Q in. They also have 2 other goalkeepers on the roster for the Orange team, Reed Westcott from Wyndham and Nick Michaud from Oak Hill. Fight for the face-off, finally controlled by Braden Ward of the Orange. Here's Killian Marsh. Inside and well played defensively by Hayden Whitney. Hayden Whitney, the senior from Thornton Academy, going to play at Limestone University next year. One of the better Division II schools. I believe that's in either North or South Carolina. North Carolina.
10 seconds to go here. Let's see what Green can get off.
Here's Tucker Johnson, rips a shot, and Ben Q there for the save. He'll hurl it all the way downfield. It'll go out of play with 1 second left in the first quarter. Green leading 5-2. There's not really any time for a play here as the whistle sounds and time expires on the first quarter. We'll be back here on TATV. Green leading Orange 5-2.
Hey Dan, how's that proposal coming?
Just finished. I am sending it right now.
Okay, good. Oh no. How are we looking for noon? We got like 2 minutes. Dan.
Run over here.
Is this my room? Wow, Dad! Is this your room?
I chose to attend TAMS because it was a change of scenery. It was a much smaller school.
Because of the amazing teachers.
How small it is and the community about it and how everybody knows each other.
You can know all the kids here, so it makes it much more easier to make friends.
They just get you ready for high school.
TAMS is special.
TAMS is amazing.
TAMS is fabulous.
TAMS is fun.
TAMS feels like a family.
Welcome back here at Hill Stadium at Thornton Academy for this Maine Lacrosse Senior All-Star game, where the green team leading 5-2 over the orange team. The orange are coached by Matt Reynolds of Mount Blue and assisted by Tucker Haskell of Edward Little. The green team is led by Andrew Leach, recent state champion at Wayne Fleet. His assistant is Tyler Demore Gonzalez of Gray New Gloucester. Some good offensive action on both sides of the ball. Your thoughts on this first quarter here?
A lot of shots on goal. Ben Q did a great job in the net. You're seeing a lot of good attackmen getting their hands free and getting shots. And a lot of ground balls, a lot of kind of unsettled situations that have led to a few of the goals. Q made some great saves, but I expect to see more. I would estimate that in a game of this magnitude and skill level, we'll see some goals tonight.
Yeah. And as we mentioned in the first quarter, not a lot of practice with these two teams, which could make things interesting. A lot more chaos, we think. And that shot stopped at the feet of Ben Q. Big list of teams with multiple players in this game, including Thornton, Greeley, Westbrook, Trape, Falmouth, NYA, Wells, South Portland, Lewiston, Deering, Wyndham, and Messalonskee. So a lot of teams having multiple big-time impact seniors on their squads. Here's a chance for the green team. Quick pass and a shot ripped by number 3, Matthew Kennedy, but deflected before it could get to Ben Q.
Boy, is he fun to watch in goal.
Seriously.
He's got a great stick.
Yeah. He's got to get back now, though, as a chance for the green team in transition. And a nice defensive play by number 25 in the orange, Garrett Bossy from Westbrook. Watching that state championship game the other day, Ben Q will come all the way out of his net, sometimes even to the 30, 35-yard line, which could be risky because if you turn the ball over quickly, it'll be tough for him to get back. But definitely interesting to see how he plays the game compared to other goalies across the state.
I love the confidence he shows in the cage.
Going to play at Hampton University in Virginia. That's Division I next year. There's a shot and a great save down low by Ben Q. Saying early on, shooting it low on him seems to be the move, but he's stopping those with ease.
Incredibly quick stick, and like you said earlier, he uses his big frame, but his speed with his stick is really impressive.
Really complete player. Some subs into the game for the first time for the orange. Number 4, Kyle Graves from Lewiston. He fires a shot, and that's just on the inside post. Number 22 in goal for the green. That is Elijah Beland from Coney. There's an opportunity for Graves. Goes behind the shoulder. Nifty shot there, but it won't go, and it'll go out of bounds.
Perhaps we're seeing a few things they don't try in the regular season, which is fun for us.
Trying to toy with the defense with some of these behind the back shots. Why not? It's your last game.
Absolutely.
Have some fun out there as that ball rolls all the way to midfield, picked up by Green. looking for numbers. The stick of Matthew Kennedy. Back to Tucker Johnson of Trape. He'll fire it all the way across the field. A shot, and it won't go. That was Will Durkee from Mesalonsky with the shot. And an errant pass, a little miscommunication by Green there. Quick little touch pass, good ball movement by Orange, but a better save. Number 17, Owen Gallrap, fired one on net, but a save made by Beland.
Little tic-tac-toe passing here. Yeah.
Great offense and great execution by the green team. That was number 25, Eli Steer from Wells, who finishes off that goal in a couple of quick passes, and Green extends their lead 6-2.
Transition at its finest there, good passing. Usually in those transition moments, if you can complete those passes, the goalie's in a tough spot because he usually has a one-on-one shot coming his way.
The more goals from the green team, the more sideline celebrations we're going to get to see, which is awesome. 6 unanswered goals for the green, coached by Andrew Leach from Waynfleet.
Green goal scored by number 25 from Wells, Gavin Petrie, assisted by number 19, Cooper Tinto from Falmouth.
Green back to work on offense, looking to extend their lead. Here is Ryder Goodwin from Brewer. One of the guys that we have to assume made a pretty long drive to get here. Fight for the ball at midfield,
Yeah,
won
they're
by
going to be
Green.
offside. Ref missed it.
Goodwin with an underhanded shot and another save by Ben Q.
God, a long outlet pass past the 50. Nice pass.
Just dishing them out to these guys. Getting the ball quickly to his attackers. Not a ton of offensive production, though, for the Orange team. Got off to a 2-0 start, but haven't scored in quite some time, so we'll see if they can break that drought here. At the top is number 20, Silas Tim from Oxford Hills. And that'll be a turnover there taken away by Josiah England from Lake Region.
Here's your goalie clear. And now he's got to get back.
Taken back by Orange, and yeah, that's the downside of taking it out that far. But he makes the save easily. Shot interfered with a little bit. Well defended by Green. Here's Nick Michaud. Excuse me, Adam Brewer. Good defensive work there by Garrett Bossy from Westbrook to take that away. And Orange will look to clear here with approaching 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Not a lot of whistles. No flags so far. It's made for a quick first half.
Yeah, good continuous action. Good pace to this game as well.
Can really tell the kids are having fun too, which is really why we're here.
Tucker Johnson waits and fires one at net and scores.
Nice look.
Ben Q subbed out in goal for the Orange team. That's Nick Reed Westcott in there from Wyndham now. But a goal from Tucker Johnson extends the green team's lead.
Green goal scored by Trape's Tucker Johnson, his second of the contest.
Trape with a couple of guys in this game. Johnson, who just scored the goal, and Aaron Brewer, long stick midi. Ben Q has taken off the pads. Looks like his day is done, but what a great career for him at South Portland. And there's a shot that skips wide of the mark. Memorable season. Didn't go the way they planned in the state championship, but upsetting number 2 Falmouth in the state semifinal on the road, 8-4. Very entertaining boys lacrosse playoffs and among all classes. Here's Goodwin, gets inside, a good look, and tries to spike it right at the feet of the goaltender. There's another shot, and that one's turned away.
Orange with the backup. I thought Orange had the backup.
Reed Westcott gave up one early goal there, but finds his footing with another save. Here's a shot, and it's right at Westcott with the save. Sending that one at him was Miles Post from the GNG Poland Co-op. Opportunity for Orange to break this scoring drought. Haven't scored since early in the first quarter. Fighting for the ball. Green trying to retain possession. And it's taken away. Good stick work by Hayden Whitney, who fires a shot, and it's well over the top of the net.
A long pole can't resist in a game like this. Good for him.
Great defenseman for the Trojans. Definitely scored some goals on the season as well. He'll be a big loss for Thornton Academy next year. Thornton Academy losing in the Class A semifinals to Cape Elizabeth by a score of 15-8. There's a shot, and just wide of the inside post. Looks like some of the underclassmen have shown up to watch the game right before theirs. Looking for a wraparound was number 3, Matthew Kennedy. And Orange will look to clear. Had trouble getting the ball into their offensive zone here in the second quarter. Whistle blows, and Tucker Johnson will look to beat his defender one-on-one. Good centering pass, a shot and a score.
Very nice.
A nifty shot there from Matthew Kennedy. He's got a hat trick. The Greeley star getting on the board 3 times in this first half, and with 2:59 to go in the first, Green extends their lead even more.
Green now with 3 players with multiple goals on the game. Tucker Johnson, that Matthew Kennedy with his 3rd, as you mentioned, and Nick Morrow also has 2.
3 goals scored by number 3, Matthew Kennedy from Greeley, his 3rd of the contest, assisted by number 15, Tucker Johnson.
As you hear over the PA, Tucker Johnson with the assist on that one.
Our first flag, I think it's going to be a slash.
I think that was number 20, Silas Tim, in on that play around the 45-yard line. Some substitutions being made for both sides.
Green penalty on number
This man up for Orange might be just what they need to get the offense rolling.
penalty be released.
Definitely want to add one here before the halftime here with this man up opportunity. Again, another thing that, you know, a unit they haven't practiced with, right? Man up unit on your high school team, you get a lot of reps with in practice and in games. We'll see how these guys click as a unit.
This is where that IQ comes into play. Not a lot of practice, as you said, so we'll see who can find the openings in this defense, make some good passes, and put the ball past the keeper. There's a shot just wide, and closest to it is Kyle Graves, so it'll stay orange ball. Graves will take it out. Here's number 17. There's a shot with some mustard on it, and it goes past the goal. That was, I believe, number 16. Hard to tell there, but up top, there's a shot. And with 2:12 to go in the first half, Orange still unable to put another one up on the board. Good centering pass inside and a score. A great goal there for Orange. And it looks like that was Cam Raymond from Thornton Academy putting one past the keeper.
That man-up opportunity, what you're looking for is seams in the middle of the defense. Get the defense moving. Raymond did a great job finding that hole in the middle, and a great feed from his teammate and a nice shot behind the back.
Cam Raymond going to play college at St. Joe's next year. College lacrosse. Here's a breakaway opportunity right off the face-off for Green, and they respond quickly with a goal. That was Bryce Crowell from Messalonsky, who made quick work of that one. Right down the field with some speed and puts it right past the keeper. 9-3 with 1:55 to go in the half.
Won that clamp forward, right? Had all his momentum moving forward. It's an instant transition opportunity. Face-off is an integral part of lacrosse, as we all know.
Some teams use a FOGO, a face-off, get-off, kind of a specialist, and then other teams will put their best player, one of their best players at face-off, so if they win it and get momentum like you saw there, they can take it right down the field and score quickly. Aaron pass out of bounds over there on the far side. So the offense will shift back into the green offensive zone here. I want to thank you for joining us here on TATV. Cole Purvis alongside Dan Crowley and Josh Pulsifer doing our producing here from Hill Stadium. That pass wide of Tucker Johnson and will skip out of bounds. Throw that one up to the far side near midfield. Catch made by Orange, and they'll work it back into their zone, approaching 1 minute. Good play there by Ryder Goodwin to take that ball away, and an attempt to clear for Green, but a good check by Orange, and they'll take it right back. Here's number 6, Callum Labonte of Biddeford. Throws it back up top to Killian Marsh. Kyle Graves, the attacker from Lewiston, puts a nice move on his defender and then gets trampled. Good work by Hayden Whitney. Whitney scoops that ball up easily. Great work by the defenseman looking to clear for Green. Here's an opportunity in transition. Nice pass inside, and maybe one pass too many there. Chance on the doorstep for Green, but unable to put it through.
See if they can get one here with 5 to go.
Time winding down. Johnson feels a big hit, fires one on net, and it's scooped up by Westcott, and that will take us to halftime here in this 2023 Maine Lacrosse Senior All-Star Game. We will see you for the second half and some halftime thoughts here on TATV.
Hey, Dan, how's that proposal coming?
Just finished. I am sending it right now.
Okay, good. Oh, no. How are we looking for noon? We got like 2 minutes. Dan.
Run over here.
Is this my room? Wow, Dad! Is this your room?
I chose to attend TAMS because it was a change of scenery. It was a much smaller school.
Because of the amazing teachers.
How small it is and the community about it and how everybody knows each other.
You can know all the kids here, so it makes it much more easier to make friends.
They just get you ready for high school.
TAMS is special.
TAMS is amazing.
TAMS is fabulous.
TAMS is fun.
TAMS feels like a family.
Second half action about to get underway here from Hill Stadium in the 2023 Maine Lacrosse Senior All-Star Game. I'm Cole Purvis alongside Dan Crowley here on TATV. Josh Pulsifer, our producer. And the opening face-off for the second half gets us underway here. The green team come out to a great start, a lot of offensive firepower in that first half. They scored 9 goals, not as much offensive production for the orange with 3. They're looking to make a comeback here in the second half. Dan, your thoughts as a big offensive first half, and very fun to see these guys play in their last game.
Green definitely had more possessions, obviously, which is going to give them more shots on goal. Look for orange. Lacrosse is a game of runs, and this could start one here for the orange.
That was number 2, Braden Ward, with his second goal of the game. He's from North Yarmouth Academy, a team that just came up short in the state championship for Class C. A great run for the NYA Panthers this year.
Braden in 2023 with 43 goals and 36 assists, 212 career points. That's a heck of a high school career.
Great career. He's looking to cap it off with a nice all-star game today. A lot of these guys, as we mentioned, the first half going to play lacrosse at the college level, and we'll try and fill you in on where these guys are going as best we can.
His second goal of the game.
Fight for the loose change here in Green's offensive zone. Everyone bobbling the ball, and it's shoveled out towards midfield, and it'll be chased and grabbed by Tucker Johnson. Johnson with a very nice first half, 2 goals. The midi from Trape. Now behind the net for Green, and a wraparound shot is off the mark. That was Caden Manning from Massabesic. Thought about a shot, but passes it back over to Johnson. Johnson trying to direct traffic here. Johnson moving to his left, fires on the run, and it's turned away by the goalkeeper. Another chance for Green here down low. A shot, and not a ton of velocity on that one. That was 25, Eli Steer for Wells. Spin move and good work inside. A shot and just wide.
Caden Manning does a nice job of using his size, using his frame to back down his defender.
Used his physicality there, but couldn't quite put it in the net. Here's a good chance, a shot, and that one wide from Nick Marrow, who had 2 goals in the first half, attacker from Brunswick. Third quarter just underway. Green leading 9-4. Here from Hill Stadium on the run. Rips one, and just wide is number 15, Tucker Johnson. Lacrosse has definitely seen a growth in popularity across the state in the last decade or so. Lots of talent. This way, as Mike Hersey was saying on the PA, a great way to grow the game in the state. Having this all-star game and the best players all come together to play in their last game as seniors.
Special props to those players that traveled from far up north, and there's a goal.
Absolutely. And put in by Nick Marrow. He's got a hat trick on the day.
Also credits to the families who got these players here and are here supporting their kids and supporting lacrosse. They've probably supported these kids all over fields all over Maine for about 10 to 15 years now. So hats off to Mom and Dad for helping out in this process.
Nick Marrow, who just scored that goal, going to UMaine Orono next year. face-off. Like it was taken by green, but orange will look to fight for the loose change, shoveled and controlled by Liam Anderson, the long stick midi from Waynfleet. Running downhill, fires up a wild pass, and on the far side, it'll be Josiah England with a shot and a score. Just squeaks it by the keeper. Reed Westcott in net from Wyndham, and unable to stop the shot. I believe it was Josiah England, but we'll have to hear on the PA in a second.
Clean face-off win there for Green.
A chance right off the face-off for Green. A shot and a score. Bryce Crowell from Messalonsky with his second goal of the day.
Both of them on clean face-off wins, if I recall. In the first half, he was able to win one forward just like that. It creates an immediate odd man rush.
First goal scored by number 13 from Gardner, Cole.
Number 13, Cole Braun with a goal from Gardner. I'd originally said it was Josiah England, but Cole Braun, and then that other goal scored by Bryce Crowell.
Ben Q at the face-off X
Nice.
has put down the goalie stick and picked up a short stick.
Has some quickness as we saw in goal, so let's see what he can do at the face-off here. And an infraction on the face-off, and it'll be green ball here as Q will go to work on defense for the Orange. Ryder Goodwin will roll one back for Matthew Kennedy, who had 3 goals in the first half. Attacker from Greeley. He'll rip one on net, and it's too high.
Good backup there by Orange.
Kennedy going to Roger Williams for college. That was Billy McBain from Deering. Loses it, and Green will take over. Want to remind you that right after this, the Upperclassmen Showcase Game will be taking place right here at Hill Stadium. I believe we'll have a different live stream. No, it'll be the same one, so stay tuned for that game right after this one. And Green really pouring it on here in this third quarter. That was Ryder Goodwin, the midi from Brewer, who gets his first goal of the game.
Green goal is first of the contest from Brewer High School, Ryder Goodwin.
As we've said, good pace of this game. Not a lot of penalties with it being all-star game. Lots of good passing on display. First half was over in a blink. And that pass nearly taken away.
Great stick.
Great work there by number 10, Liam Anderson. He'll throw it behind the cage. Caden Manning with it. Looking to set up Green's offense. One more goal would give them a 10-goal lead. Anderson shut off nicely. Tries to force his way inside. Back up top to Anderson. Anderson looking for some momentum and a running start. Gets inside, shoots, and just wide. Good effort there offensively by Liam Anderson of Waynfleet. Green will stay in possession. Anderson checks off. And in comes Connor Goss from Cape. Here's Goss on the near side. Comes off a pick, moving to his left, shoots and scores. Good shot by Connor Goss, who rocketed that one right on net for another goal, and it's a 10-goal lead. Green up 14-4.
Just a little too much space there for Goss, of a shooter of his level. Was able to get his left hand free there, and not too hard when you have a shot like his.
Connor Goss had 37 goals this year for the state champion Capers and had 4 goals in that state championship win over South Portland. One of many players on the Capers with multiple goals at Fitzpatrick Stadium this past Monday.
We'll see quite a few Capers in the next game tonight.
Couple in this game and 7 in the underclassmen game. Green just in the driver's seat here, taking all the time of possession in this third quarter. Here's Manning, likes to work behind the net, try to wrap around, but that one way off and will skip all the way to the fence. Closest to it was Eli Steer. Steer working towards the net, fires, and that shot is off the mark and will roll out of bounds. That one turned aside by Reed Westcott, the goalkeeper for the Wyndham Eagles. Getting some playing time. Subbed in relief of Ben Q in that first half. And he makes a save there on Matthew Kennedy, denies him of what would have been his 4th goal of the afternoon. And taken away. Green with a chance, thrown right in front of the net and cleared by the goalkeeper. Nice work by Orange, not letting another one through. And a chance for the long stick of Brady Angel of South Portland.
Nice job by the Green goalie there to get the back up.
Here's Jason Shackley. The nice spin move. Gets inside and now he'll retreat. Miles posts with a shot, and that one's wide. And chasing after it is the goalkeeper. Good awareness to know that he needed to be the first to that, but it won't matter because Green will take over with possession of the ball here. Here's Manning. Chucks it back over to the far side. Tucker Johnson. Johnson will shoot from distance. And it ricochets off a defender. And it's orange ball. And with a burst of speed across midfield is Wyatt Horning from York, the Class B state champions. Harry Rubin on the 30-yard line. Looking to cut into this 10-goal lead that the green team has over the orange. 3 minutes to go in this third quarter from Hill Stadium. Jake Washburn of Kennebunk with possession, throws it behind the cage.
Flag down on the field. Orange will keep possession, try to get one here.
Rubin with an underhanded shot.
Now they'll go man up. Be a 1-minute slash on Green.
It's on Brody Ernst of Bonnie Eagle.
Brody, 2-time All-Conference in his high school career, be heading to USM in the fall.
1-minute penalty for a slash. That'll be released at 154.
Kyle Graves of Lewiston will take it out. He'll swing it back up top to Rubin. Here's Graves looking for an open man. Graves with a chance right on the doorstep, and he goes top shelf for the goal. Kyle Graves, the attacker from Lewiston, gets on the board for the first time and just the 5th goal of the afternoon for the Orange, and it comes with 2.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Orange now 2 for 2 on the man-up opportunities. Good job taking advantage of that, getting the defense moving, finding the holes, and then they're finding an open shooter.
Not a ton of man-up opportunities in an all-star game like this, but they sure have taken advantage of it, like you said. And a face-off at midfield between number 25, Garrett Bossy. And looks like number 12, Bryce Crowell, Mesalonsky. Green wins the face-off, as they have for a lot of the afternoon. Good stick check there by Orange. Ball up in the air, and it's scooped up by the keeper. Cool outlet. Cross-field pass made by Coleman Ballwig. Behind the cage. Moving to his right, shut off nicely and well defended by Green. Jake Washburn swings it over to Cam Raymond. Throws it over to the far side. Moving left and back up to Washburn, who fires, and it's into the netting of Green goalkeeper Andrew Noyes from Falmouth, team that was the 2 seed this year in Class A.
Andrew will be going to Maine Maritime in the fall.
There's a goal in transition and skips it right past the keeper for yet another Green goal. They've got 15 on the afternoon. That was Cooper Tinto from Falmouth.
Scored by number 19, Cooper Tinto, his first of the game.
Eight goal scorers for Green so far today, spreading it around.
A couple of Falmouth Navigators getting into the action here, a team that had disappointing playoff loss, but a great regular season and plenty of talent coming back next year. Orange with a takeaway. Off the face-off win by Green. Long pass ahead. And a centering pass. Oh. And a shot and score by Jake Washburn of Kennebunk with a nifty goal there. His first of the afternoon. And Orange with some more offensive production here. Their 6th goal.
Highlight reel worthy on that one. Jake with 100 goals in his high school career. No surprise he scored that one.
Making it look easy there. A lot of players on this field reaching some big milestones in their senior year, all across their high school career. Under a minute left in the 3rd. Green up 15-6. Face-off won by Jason Shackley. And a great move inside, right on the doorstep, and that was Nick Marrow with his 4th. And he leads all scorers with 4 in this game, the attacker from Brunswick getting it done here in this All-Star game.
Made that one look easy, his 4th. Really a transition opportunity when the face-offs won that cleanly. Green's done a nice job of getting those extra man opportunities in a way, and Orange defense really has trouble. You got to slide to somebody in that situation, right? He's coming. It ends up kind of being a 4-on-3 situation when the face-off can be won that cleanly.
Green seems to have some natural chemistry in this game. Not a lot of practice time for either team, but they're certainly working well with each other. And Crowell with another face-off win.
The contest, number 2, Nick Morrow. Assisted by number 16 from Westbrook High School, Jason Shackley.
Shackley will get credited with the assist on that Morrow goal. And an easy, almost point-blank range shot attempt, but a good stop by Nick Mishu of Oak Hill, who has been in goal for the last few minutes for Orange. And an offensive opportunity for them to get back on the board. And another goal. Orange coming to life a little bit on offense. With 2 seconds to go in the third, a late goal. We'll have to see who they credit it to. It's number 2, Braden Ward, who now has 3 on the day. Third quarter, all over. Green still with a big lead over Orange, 16-7. We will see you for the fourth quarter as we wrap up this 2023 Maine Lacrosse Senior All-Star Game back here on TATV.
Hey, Dan, how's that proposal coming?
Just finished. I am sending it right now.
Okay, good. Oh, no. How are we looking for noon? We got like 2 minutes. Dan.
Run over here.
Is this my room? Wow, Dad! Is this your room?
I chose to attend TAMS because it was a change of scenery. It was a much smaller school.
Because of the amazing teachers.
How small it is and the community about it and how everybody knows each other.
You can know all the kids here, so it makes it much more easier to make friends.
They just get you ready for high school.
TAMS is special.
TAMS is amazing.
TAMS is fabulous.
TAMS is fun.
TAMS feels like a family.
Back here for the fourth quarter at Hill Stadium, the green team leading the orange 16-7 in the 2023 Maine Lacrosse Senior All-Star Game. We want to thank our sponsors here on TATV, the Webb Family Law Firm, Succo and Biddeford Savings, Paquin and Carroll Insurance, and the Top at Mobile Ice Cream Cart, who have sponsored us all season long. Kind of a bonus broadcast for us here on TATV, all the actual TA sports done with. Spring sports season all over, and this just an all-star game to cap off the season. Cole Purvis alongside Dan Crowley here on this broadcast, and Josh Pulsifer doing our producing for today. Definitely join us for the entire 2023-24 school year. We'll have a lot of broadcasts for various different sports around Thornton Academy.
Cole, thanks for having me. You guys put on one heck of a broadcast, and I'm just proud to be here and watching you guys do your work.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch these games so far. As there's another goal by Green. They just keep adding to their tally. It was Bryce Crowell from Messalonsky, who now has 3 on the day.
Hat trick for number 12 from Messalonsky, Bryce Crowell.
Messalonsky making it to the Class B state championship. Bryce Crowell going to Maine Maritime next year. Ball rolls out of bounds near the scorer's table, and Green will take it out to begin with in the stick of Ryder Goodwin, who already has a goal today. Long pass over and a great save made into the stick of Nick Mishu of Oak Hill.
Oh, risky pass. Nice job picking it off.
And they throw it right back to him. Dangerous situation here for Orange, but they come out of it unscathed. And here's the goalkeeper, Mishu, taking it all the way into the Orange offensive zone. He'll fire a shot, and a save by the other goalkeeper. A little goalie-on-goalie save there. Kind of reminds me of Linus Olmark of the Bruins when he scored that goalie goal. And a shot and a score. Right past Nick Mishu. And Green up to 18 goals on the day.
Give Mishu credit, he just ran about, I don't know, 100 yards,
probably
120?
a little out of breath there.
Kennedy now with 4 on the day.
Number 3 from Greeley, Matthew Kennedy.
Matthew Kennedy ties his teammate Nick Morrow with 4 goals.
Number 11, Josiah England from Lake Region. His second assist of the contest.
And Josiah England with his second assist of the game on that one. Green just dominating these face-offs, and it showed on the scoreboard. And a great opportunity there, but a save by Mishu. Looks like that was Eli Steer, but a point-blank range shot. And good stick handling inside. Great look for number 10 of Green, Liam Anderson of Waynfleet, taking it all himself, and that was impressive.
Just looking where Liam's going to be playing next year. That's a heck of a stick for a long pole. That was an impressive move. A lot of coaches will use those long poles as an advantage at the collegiate level. If they have a stick like Liam's, it can really be an advantage. What he does is he holds an offensive midi on the field the longer he stays on, because his defender isn't going to sub out until he subs out. So having those stick skills on the offensive end is a huge advantage.
Anderson going to Davidson University for college. Stick handling to pick that ball up there by Ryder Goodwin. He'll fire, and bouncing it in is Matthew Kennedy, and now he leads all scorers with 5 goals on the day. Lots of offensive studs on this Green team. They've controlled most face-offs. They've been the better passing team and just keeping the ball in their end the whole afternoon, and it's showing on the scoreboard. They open up a 13-goal lead, and they've reached the 20 mark, and we've still got 9:39 to go in the game. Of course, in an all-star game, the score not mattering a whole lot here, and if you're the Orange team, some guys a chance to get some good things on film here. Lots of talent on this field, offensively and defensively. Harry Rubin taking up the field for Portland, and a great defensive play made by Bryce Crowell.
God, he's all over the field, isn't he?
Crowell with a shot and scores. Doing it all. Defense to offense, and 21 now for Green, the Mesalonsky star.
Good defense gets rewarded on the other end there for Crowell.
He's got 4 goals.
Probably about 80% at the face-off X if I had to guess as well.
And lots of substitutions being made on both teams after that one. Andrew Leach, the head coach, company have to be impressed with how they've been doing. And I believe we have running time here, actually.
Be a violation on Orange on the face-off there. It was hard for us to see what it was. Probably an early stick. Just moved
Coach
early.
Melville from Maine Maritime Academy liking what he sees from number 12, Bryce Crowell, with his 4th goal of the game, assisted by number 1, Will Durkee from Messalonsky.
Will Durkee assisting his Messalonsky teammate on that goal. And a little skip shot by Josiah England. And yet another goal for Green, it looks like. And we'll have to see that number. Just a second, we'll let you know. But now it's 22-7. And that was Cole Brand out of Gardner with his 2nd goal of the game.
Green goal scored by number 13 from Gardner, Cole Braun, his 2nd of the contest, assisted by Ryder Goodwin.
Another face-off win by Crowell. And handled by Kennedy. Kennedy will roll it back for Connor Goss. Goss swings it over to Miles Post of GNG Poland. Post with a shot, and his first goal of the afternoon. (23-7). A 16-goal lead for the green team.
From Grady Gloucester, Poland, number 17.
Lacrosse is a game of possession, and
for his first goal of the game.
in a situation like this with the advantage of the face-off X, it's easy to kind of pour it on in moments. Score multiple in a row, which means also in close games, you can come back, right?
Yeah.
You can win at the X, you can make a 3-goal run quick.
Face-off definitely a big equalizer in lacrosse. That ball popped free on the face-off and taken yet again by Green. Josiah England will run it up the far side. Good pass, but unable to connect with Ryder Goodwin. And a flag will fly on the check. And an opportunity for Orange before they'll go on the penalty, and a pass to Ben Q, who's playing a little offense now. Brief delay after the penalties get sorted out, and we'll be back to action with 5:46 to go in this senior lacrosse all-star game.
All 3 penalties today on Green. So far, Orange 2 for 2 on the man-up opportunity.
Here's Cam Raymond, who will fire from long distance, and a good save on Orange, unable to get anything past the Green goalkeeper. Green back to work on offense. That pass will go wide of Will Durkee. Here's Killian Marsh. Harry Rubin will fire from distance, and easily saved there by 24 in net for Orange. Rubin tries to dodge his defender, gets hit at as he goes inside. Hayden Whitney in on that play. And Ben Q in on the action as well as a flag flies on the far side.
Flag going to be on Orange here.
They're going to clear it. Hayden Whitney will control. Chance for Green to add to their lead, and Whitney's shot is off the mark.
Green will go man up for the first time today. Good opportunity for those attackmen and middies on offense to try a man-up unit together that they've never tried.
See how creative they can get here. This does show the ability of players, their ability to adjust here. Obviously a new situation. Maybe a little out of their comfort zone on especially like things like the man-up situation.
Man down too. To credit the defenders, it's not easy. You really work these units and practice hard on your home team, and you really, communication's key on both.
Orange penalty on number 4, Kyle Graves. 30-second penalty for a push that will release at 3:41.
30-second penalty, so a short one. Good stick handling there by Goodwin. Quick pass. Green right on the doorstep. That's
Right.
Jason Shackley. But guys all over him just trying to hang on to the ball. And a long clear out to midfield. This is Callum Labonte. And a nice spin inside, a shot, and it's denied, and out of the pack comes Hayden Whitney. Streaking downfield, puts a move on his defender. Good pass over to Tucker Johnson, who's feeling pressure as he drove into traffic there and just lost it over the net. Here's Killian Marsh, and a shot way high by Owen Gallrap. Here's Labonte looking for an angle, shoots and scores. Callum Labonte, the senior from Biddeford, is on the board, the defenseman, getting into the action on offense. He's going to Newman University.
Orange goal scored by number 6.
At this point in the contest, it's great to see more players getting on the scoreboard, getting involved, especially a defender. Get one last crack at a goalie is always fun for those guys.
Approaching a minute to go here in this Senior Boys Lacrosse All-Star game. Stay tuned for the Underclassmen game right after this one.
Reminder, at the conclusion of this game, we'll be handing out the Steele Crawford Memorial Scholarship to one of these very deserving seniors.
Orange with maybe one last chance to put some points up on the scoreboard. Here's Gallrap from Wyndham. Over to Rubin. who slips down, throws one right in front of the net.
Great look, great initial save. Unfortunately, it got past him on the rebound there.
Great offense by Orange, but unable to get one to go there. Putting some pressure on the net. I believe they did score, actually.
Yeah, off the goalie, kind of bounced over his head awkwardly, and it had such spin on it that when it hit, it went backwards.
Orange goal scored by number 2 from NYA, Braden Ward.
Braden Ward with his 4th goal.
Assisted by number 5, Harry Rubin from Thornton.
20 to go. Green looking to get one more here.
Final seconds. They've had a ton of offense all day with 23 goals.
Oh, and a highlight reel to finish it.
Green with a great play there to finish things off. That was Jason Shackley of Westbrook, I believe, with the goal. And that's going to do it. Time runs out on this 2023 Maine Lacrosse Senior All-Star Game. Here from Hill Stadium, the final score, Green 24, Orange 9. And that will do it here from Hill Stadium for the first game. Of course, we have the Underclassmen Showcase Game coming up for you. So I'll be back here with Dan Crowley for that game, and we've got some time in between, but definitely stick with us here on TATV for that game. But for now, so long, and see you for the Underclassmen Showcase Game.
Hey, Dan, how's that proposal coming?
Just finished. I am sending it right now.
Okay, good. Oh, no. How are we looking for noon? We got like 2 minutes. Dan.
Run over here. Is this my room? Wow, Dad! Is this your room?
I chose to attend TAMS because it was a change of scenery. It was a much smaller school.
Because of the amazing teachers.
How small it is and the community about it and how everybody knows each other.
You can know all the kids here, so it makes it much more easier to make friends.
They just get you ready for high school.
TAMS is special.
TAMS is amazing.
TAMS is fabulous.
TAMS is fun.
TAMS feels like a family.
Welcome back to Hill Stadium for the second of two All-Star games this afternoon on a beautiful Wednesday night here at the Trojan Turf as we have the 2023 Maine Lacrosse Underclassmen Showcase Game. I'm Cole Purvis back here with Dan Crowley for this one. Dan, a lot of talent in this game, just like the last game, as these people are trying to put on some good film for some coaches and make their names heard. So what do you expect today?
I expect a closer matchup in the second game. I expect a lot of talent, particularly at attack. You'll see a lot of good passers, a lot of good attackmen working behind X, finding their open midfielders and fellow attackmen. You'll see a lot of tic-tac-toe passing on transition, a lot of good stick skills. But you also see a lot on the defensive end. A lot of these young defenders making a name for themselves, and some good goalies as well. So I think across the board we'll see a lot of talent. And I think it's going to be a good one. It should be close. It looks balanced. A lot of players from Cape, TA, and South Portland, and here in Southern Maine and Falmouth, but also well represented up north. So looking forward to seeing some players we don't normally see down here.
This game is headlined by the recent Class A state champion, Cape Elizabeth. They have 7 players playing in this game, so I'm sure they'll make their mark on this one. Falmouth comes in with 6 players. Thornton Academy and York both featuring 5 guys in this game. And so a little bit more condensed in terms of the teams. The last game we saw many different teams having just 1 or 2 players. In this game, a lot more players on a single team. We have the white team versus the navy team. And to start, the white will be going left to right on your screen. Thank you for joining us here on TATV. Cole Purvis, Dan Crowley, and Josh Pulsifer doing our producing.
Just a beautiful night for lacrosse.
Perfect weather, sun's out, not humid at all. Great weather for these two teams to go at it. This is the future of Maine High School boys lacrosse. These players will, of course, all be coming back next year. As the face-off won by the white team, who will work it into their offensive zone. Did not see a very competitive senior all-star game, so we're hoping for a little bit of a closer score in this one. Here's Jack DeLeo on his home turf. He'll get his first touch of the game. Sophomore midi for the Trojans. Swing it over to Beckett Melhorn, stud from South Portland. Melhorn, the top scorer for the second best team in Class A, recently losing the state championship to Cape Elizabeth. Moving to his left, looks to start the scoring, but he fires it wide of the mark. These all-star games, great way to grow the sport of lacrosse in the state of Maine, which has gained popularity in the last couple of years. Here's a chance on the doorstep, and unable to get that one to go is Coulter Olson, a junior from Yarmouth, and that ball will skip up to midfield and potentially the first possession for Navy. And a fight for the ball. Might seem a little sloppy at first, but that's because these teams have not had much time to practice with each other. They had a tryout on Monday, and I believe that's really all the time that they've had together to work on their offense and defense.
As we saw in the first game, they do settle in quite quickly with the talent level on this field. That they'll find their stride.
Might seem a little hectic at the beginning, but as you said, the talent will definitely win out and should see some goals on the board today. Here's a shot and a score, and Navy starts the scoring for the day. That's Connor Kronkala, the midi from Bonnie Eagle, gets on the board.
Navy goal, unassisted from Wyndham, number 8, Tobias Perkins.
Correction, that was Tobias Perkins, who was an alternate for this game and got in at the last second due to an injury. Chance for White to even the score here. They'll throw it back up to the top to Joey Foley from Deering. Foley getting downhill, gets crunched, shoots, and scores. Fighting through traffic and contact, and Foley equals this game up at 1.
First goal for Navy was actually scored by number 8 from Bonnie Eagle, Connor Crunkula.
And it looks like I was right the first time. It was Connor Crunkula from Bonnie Eagle with the goal. And then Joey Foley quickly ties it up. Navy is coached by Andrew Burke from Deering. So just saw one of his players score against him, which is another interesting dynamic of this game. A lot of times you'll be playing against your regular teammates. Here's Cody Southwick from Thornton Academy on the face-off. Done a great job all year for the Trojans. Isaiah Irvin will swing it over to Andy Marvin. Navy just moving it around the perimeter right now, looking for a good look inside. Controlled by Cole Allen of Falmouth. Lots of navigators in this game, and a chance on the doorstep for Jake Marcotte of TA, but it won't go, and White will take over. Falmouth, a team that had a very successful regular season, finishing as the number 2 seed in Class A. Lost in the Class A semifinals to South Portland on their home turf 8-4. White looking to attack. Here's Evan Anastas, who is just a stud scorer from York. Saw Anastas on this turf earlier this season when York played Thornton Academy in TA's blackout game. That pass will go over the head of Coulter Olson, and a turnover for White. Navy, as I mentioned, head coach Andrew Burke.
Gonna be white ball. Not sure what happened there.
They're assisted by Ty Souders of Scarborough.
Oh. Back to Navy.
A little bit of confusion there, but Navy will take over.
Ben Kerbel of Scarborough in the goal to start for Navy. We'll see multiple goalies tonight, just like we did in the last game.
Transition chance for Navy. I think right off the bat we can see this game is going to be a little bit more competitive than the last one. Both teams pretty much equal in time of possession so far. Gavin Thomas over to number 2 for Navy, working inside, and it's turned away. Andy Marvin from Portland with a good chance. And in goal for White is Will Redfield, freshman from Yarmouth. And he makes another impressive save there to give White their possession back. Long outlet pass and plenty of room to operate for White in transition. As subs come onto the field for Navy on defense. A jump shot, and it's rejected. Turned aside by Ben Kerbel from Scarborough. Here's Alex Van Hoisty from Cape Elizabeth fighting for it and able to work through that good defense by White. Good catch over there on the far side by Nick Hoy, another York Wildcat, part of that Class B state championship team.
Navy showing a lot of patience on the offensive end here. Just kind of getting, as you mentioned, getting comfortable with one another, finding, kind of how the defense is moving. Trying to find holes and cutters.
Clearly willing to share the ball here early on. Marcotte goes off a screen, fires one. It would have been high anyway, but it's into the stick of Will Redfield and net. Chance for White, looking for a centering pass, but they'll back it out. There's Coulter Olson. Back out to Beckett Melhorn. Gets inside, a good look for Melhorn, and he had an open chance there, but throws it just over top of the post. Beckett Melhorn had 44 goals and 18 assists on the season, top scorer for South Portland. Dynamic offensive player.
Kind of a classic lefty feeder and scorer in the attack position. Really good with his stick.
Fighting through lots of traffic, but still able to hold on to the ball. Number 8 for the white team. And coming out of the pack with it for white is Joey Foley, who already has a goal. Navy looking to clear, but a good job by White picking them up, not letting them cross that midfield line. They finally do. And scooping up the ground ball is Andrew Burke, junior from Deering. Here's Marcotte, quick, shifty attacker for the Trojans. Had a great year his junior season and looking for more his senior year. Cole Allen shut off nicely, gets inside.
Oh,
nice
look.
pass to Marcotte, and an even better save. Great chance off a great pass, but Jake Marcotte unable to get it past Redfield. Redfield coming all the way out of his net, all the way to the 40-yard line. An all-star game type of situation like this, we might see this a lot. Olsen, good pass over to Melhorn. Melhorn with a couple of spin moves. Great work inside, spins around and shut off nicely. Olsen will zip one on the net. That had some speed on it, but doesn't go. White will take it out from midfield. And the stick of Foley on the far side. Lobs one over. Foley to Bez Mendelson.
Oh.
Bounce pass right in front of the net and a score. Coulter Olson will get the assist, and Bobby Offit has his first goal of the day, and White takes the lead 2-1.
I don't know if bounce pass was the intention, but Offit with quick thinking on his feet there was able to scoop it up and had the goalie one-on-one.
Probably not how they drew it up, but either way.
I think they're going to say he was in the crease. They're going to
not
call
gonna
that one
count it.
off.
No goal, crease violation.
Crease violation, says Mike Hersey on the PA. So Navy will look to respond to that. Another great save by Redfield, down to his knees and a stop. Good start defensively by White. Hunter Ammo with his first touch of the game, LSM from Bangor. Here's Melhorn on the near side. He'll work it around the cage, now spins back. Looks for a wraparound and a great fake by Beckett Melhorn. And this time, White takes the lead 2-1 for real.
Really shifty, really quick feet. Was able to beat his defender on a spin move, and then once he's in front of the cage, he's pretty tough to stop.
Guy who had 62 total points on the season.
2025 from South Portland, number 4, Beckett Melhorn.
He has a brother who is a senior this year, Lucas Melhorn, and the two of them made quite a duo for South Portland in the state championship game Monday night. They both combined for all of South Portland's goals. Melhorn will get it right back. Throws it up top to DeLeo. DeLeo will wait patiently and now throw it back up to Mendelson. Midi from Greeley. Mendelson from the top, fakes a shot, now shoots, and a great stick save. And a clear. They'll lob it right over the head of Elijah St. Louis. Here's Blake McPherson. Swings it over to the far side. Good spin move inside and a shot. And that will go wide of the mark. One minute to play in this first quarter and fairly low scoring, and actually the defenses are getting off to a good start and making a statement here. An all-star game where they might be at a disadvantage.
Yeah, they're doing a good job showing up. They're communicating well. Defense is sliding well, and a lot of just man-on-man defense. They're doing a good job of pushing away the offensive guys.
Definitely a simplified game with less time to practice. Some of these guys ended their season just as early as 2 days ago, guys that played in the state championship. Here's Keegan Lathrop with a behind-the-back shot, and that'll go off the mark. Lathrop, state champion with Cape Elizabeth, one of the best players in the state of Maine. 64 goals on the season for the Capers. He'll throw that one wide of Marcotte. It'll roll out of bounds, and a turnover for Navy. White will take over. Lathrop, we saw in the state championship a lot. That game got out of hand in the fourth quarter, and he was trying everything. Behind-the-back shots, behind-the-back passes, over the shoulder, making it look like an all-star game even in the state championship. Here's Olson getting inside, shooting at the buzzer. It won't matter because it was saved by Kerbel. And 2-1, a good pace to this one and a good start. White leading blue at the end of one quarter.
Hey, Dan, how's that proposal coming?
Just finished. I am sending it right now.
Okay, good. Oh, no. How are we looking for noon? We got like 2 minutes. Dan.
Run over here.
Is this my room? Wow, Dad! Is this your room?
I chose to attend TAMS because it was a change of scenery. It was a much smaller school.
Because of the amazing teachers.
How small it is and the community about it and how everybody knows each other.
You can know all the kids here, so it makes it much more easier to make friends.
They just get you ready for high school.
TAMS is special.
TAMS is amazing.
TAMS is fabulous.
TAMS is fun.
TAMS feels like a family.
Two to 1 our score. The white team leading the blue team here at the 2023 Maine Lacrosse Underclassmen Showcase. And a good start to that first quarter.
Yeah.
Each goalie with 5 saves.
Yeah, great defense, good goaltending. Just want to point out a nice mix of age in this game. 28 of the players are finishing their junior year, rising seniors. 13 finishing their sophomore year, and 7 finishing their freshman year. So good for those 7 freshmen. I just want to give a quick shout out to number 13 on white, Isaiah Irvin, who made the trip all the way from Holton. Good for you, Isaiah. Welcome to Southern Maine, and happy to have you.
Great for some of these guys from Northern Maine to make the drive.
Absolutely.
Shows how much this means to him to play in this game and put his name on the map. We will switch sides of the field here for the second quarter. White with a quick start on offense. Now going right to left on your screen. Here's Alex Van Hoisty. Van Hoisty will spin, fires from distance, and just to the left of the goalkeeper. Here's Lathrop. Dropped it off nicely. Good opportunity, but unable to hang on to the pass was Quinn Walenta of York. Cole Allen having a little trouble, and good work defensively by the other number 13, Isaiah Irvin of Holton. Allen with a shot, and it's into the stick now of Andrew Burke. Burke feeling a couple slashes. Ball on the ground, and it's finally taken away by the white team. Looking to extend their lead here as we get going in the second quarter.
Nice outlet pass by the white keeper there.
Two good goaltenders anchoring these defenses here in this one. As I mentioned, as we came out of break, 5 saves for both goaltenders. Ben Kerbel of Scarborough and Will Redfield of Yarmouth. Redfield a freshman. Here's DeLeo. Find his teammate from Yarmouth, Coulter Olson, who runs right over his defender, drops it off, and a shot and score. Quick work, good job by Coulter Olson as his defender fell over. Found Olin Peterson, junior attacker from the Scarborough Red Storm. And the white team extend their lead to 3-1. At face-off for white, Nick Gagne from South Portland.
White goal scored by 2024 from Scarborough, number 5, Olin Pedersen. Assisted by number 1 from Yarmouth, Coulter Olson.
Beckett Melhorn will control. We've seen him take command of this offense quite a bit so far in the early going.
One of the things you notice about a player like Melhorn is his eyes are always up, looking for the open man.
Melhorn at the top. He'll come off a pick, splits his defenders, shoots and scores. Great work to clear out the defenders and then goes low on the goalkeeper. And Beckett Melhorn putting on a show so far with his stick handling.
White goal with his second of the contest, 2025.
That's his second of the game.
Number 4, Beckett Melhorn.
Cody Southwick taking the face-off for white. He will battle, or for Navy, rather. He will battle with Nick Gagne. Gagne wins that face-off. And an open shot and score. Top shelf Sam Cochran, another Cape Elizabeth Caper, who had 3 goals just 2 days ago in the state championship and already gets on the board here in this Underclassmen Showcase.
There's a little too much space there on the
on
the left wing there. Nothing Kerbel could do about that one. He was shooter went stick side high. It was just too much velocity.
And just like that, White opens up a 5-1 lead. Cochran does it all on offense. 31 goals, 21 assists on the season. Navy trying to battle their way back in this one. Not let this get away from them. Quinn Walenta. He finds a couple defenders. Great pass. And that shot by Chase Ranger of Mount Blue. Field pass looking for Walenta, but instead it's taken away by Max Duplessis. Long stick midi from Gorham. Long pass to Olsen. Couldn't quite handle it. Those long bouncers on the clear are tough to handle sometimes. And coming out of the pack with it is Cole Allen, who takes a big hit.
Going to be white ball in the turnover there. Just a little unsettled situation there in the middle of the field.
Good physicality there.
Seeing a little more physicality in the underclassmen game than we saw in the senior game.
Here's Olsen on the near side, looking for an angle. Drops it off and is about to try a over-the-shoulder shot, but couldn't hang on to the pass. Olsen once again, ranging to his right. Little jump shot. Went for a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but won't go. Evan Yale on the far side throws it back up top to Connor Kronkala, who scored the first goal of this game. Underhanded pass right to a defender. They'll drop it off to Anastas, who finds his man, shoots and scores.
The pole goal.
Plenty of room there for a long shot by Hunter Ammo. Long stick, midi, a junior from Bangor.
Pole goal from the 2024 from Bangor, number 16, Hunter Arno.
Hunter Arno. My bad, I wrote Ammo. Here goes White on another opportunity. Little fake there and another goal. So White pouring it on here. That was Sam Cochran from Cape with his second goal of the game. And when there's 7 Capers in this game, you would think they're going to make their mark, and they have so far. Haven't seen much of Keegan Lathrop, which is surprising considering how much he dominated Class A this season. The head coach of the white team is Jeff Aris from Deering. He's assisted by Matt Petrie of Wells. Coulter Olsen been facilitating this offense so far for the white team and puts one right in the stomach of the keeper.
Goal is second of the contest, a 2024 from Cape Elizabeth, number 3, Sam Cochran. Assisted
And a little
by
careless
number
turnover there on the clear by
Tim
Navy.
Neal.
White will look to take advantage, looking for their 8th goal of the afternoon.
Navy down by 6. Really can't afford to be giving away possessions on the clear there. Looking to try to string some goals together and make this a little bit closer.
White definitely having the advantage on ground balls so far. They pick up another one there. Evan Anastas comes away with it. And a good move inside and a shot by Joey Foley. And again, having trouble clearing the ball. Going to chase it will be Christian Silva from Deering. White with a turnover and a chance and a great save. Not in great position, but it didn't matter. Ben Kerbel reached out there and grabbed it. Here's Lathrop. Back up top to chase Ranger. Lathrop and Ranger playing pass. Big possession for Navy. That shot off by Ranger, trying to cut into this lead before things get away from them here. Approaching 4 minutes to go in the first half. They'll fire, and it's over the top of the goal, and will roll all the way to the back fence. Lathrop will start the action for Cape Elizabeth. Behind the back pass. Ranger backs it out. Nice fake by Ranger. He finds an opening, shoots, and it finds the post. Unfortunate for the Navy team there. Unable to get on the board in what was a good possession overall. White trying to add to their lead, but getting down for the save is Kerbal. Nick Hoy from York. Nice centering pass. A shot. Tried to roll one in there. Was Laird Masterson, also from York. York, as I mentioned, 5 players in this game. Beckett Melhorn might not be the biggest guy out there, but he's got a lot of speed and shiftiness. And his shot is saved. Lathrop.
Oh, nice move.
Good move. Shoots and scores.
Yeah, just a matter of time before we called his name.
Sooner or later, Keegan Lathrop was going to put one in net, and he does there.
Gave the defender one quick stutter move to the right just to get his hands free on the left side, and then it was all over.
From Cape Elizabeth, number 1, Keegan Lathrop.
And a huge reason these last couple of years why Cape Elizabeth has been so dominant, a team that completed a three-peat.
Keegan's brother, a part of some of those championships as well.
Yeah, Cape Elizabeth lost a lot of talent last year, and people came into this season thinking maybe they weren't as talented, but really it didn't show. Winning by 11 in the state championship. Very impressive. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Evan Anastas will control for White, leading by 5. Isaiah Irvin, nice spin. He will fire. And another good save by Ben Kerbal. Navy will look to establish some offense here.
Coming up on 90 seconds to play here, first half. Navy could use another one here, make this a 4-goal game at the half.
Ranger. Pass. Over finds Lathrop on the near side. This is where he's like to work. Whole first half so far. Puts another good spin move on his defender. Gets inside, creating for himself, and a between-the-legs goal for Keegan Lathrop. Toying with the defense, and quickly 2 goals for Keegan Lathrop. And the Navy team looking to climb their way back into this one.
Now with the second of the game, a 2024 from Cape Elizabeth, number 1, Keegan Lathrop.
At the face-off, a couple of juniors, Cody Southwick from TA and Jim Neal from York. Big face-off here. Navy can continue their momentum, but Neal wins the face-off, and a chance to stop that momentum for White. Long pass behind the cage. A good fake. And a shot, and that will go well high. .40 seconds remaining. Sam Cochran finds his teammate from Cape, Bobby Offit. Cochran at the top. Looking to fire one on net. Now gives it off. There's a shot. And another great save. Kerbal standing his ground. 5 seconds left. They'll lob one up. Here's a chance at the buzzer. And they don't get it off in time.
One too many passes. Great first half.
And Blue makes it a little bit of a game, cutting into this lead. 7-3, White leads at halftime. We will take a break here on TATV. Stick with us for this 2023 Maine Lacrosse Underclassmen Showcase.
Hey, Dan, how's that proposal coming?
Just finished. I am sending it right now.
Okay, good. Oh, no. How are we looking for noon? We got like 2 minutes. Dan.
Run over here.
Is this my room? Wow, Dad! Is this your room?
I chose to attend TAMS because it was a change of scenery. It was a much smaller school.
Because of the amazing teachers.
How small it is and the community about it and how everybody knows each other.
You can know all the kids here, so it makes it much more easier to make friends.
They just get you ready for high school.
TAMS is special.
TAMS is amazing.
TAMS is fabulous.
TAMS is fun.
TAMS feels like a family.
Welcome back to Hill Stadium for the 2023 Maine High School Lacrosse Underclass Showcase Game between the blue team, who is trailing the white team 7-3. Let's go through the goals real quick. For the white team, Sam Cochran has 2, Beckett Melhorn has 2, Olin Pedersen has 1, Joey Foley and Hunter Arno also with 1 goal. And for the Navy team, Connor Crunkala with 1 goal. That was the first goal of the game. And then Keegan Lathrop has 2 goals right there at the end of the first half. Cole Purvis alongside Dan Crowley here with you from Hill Stadium. Dan, White opened up a 7-1 lead, but then Keegan Lathrop got into the action. What does Blue need to do to climb back into this one?
Probably more Keegan Lathrop. I think we saw some really good goalkeeping in the first half. I think things will open up here a little in the second half. I think we'll see some scoring increase. I think Navy will continue to chip into this lead, and I think it's going to get tight. I look forward to a competitive second half.
White getting a lot of shots on goal, and even though they scored 7, Ben Kerbel, the junior goalie from Scarborough, made 12 saves, so he had a very nice first half, as White will start off this third quarter with a turnover pass over the head of Bobby Offit. Or it may have been deflected, actually, so White will keep possession. Coulter Olson moving to his right. Good spin inside, and what a goal. Coulter Olson with a nifty move, and we've seen some trick shots here from both Olson and Keegan Lathrop. And that's the first for the Yarmouth junior. And the lead is now 8-3.
White goal with his first of the contest in 2024 from Yarmouth, Maine, number 1, Coulter Olson.
Even though these are underclassmen, some of the players have committed to play college lacrosse at the next level already. Coulter Olson going to Air Force. And White winning the face-off, back to work again. Beckett Melhorn, trouble on the catch. Good work by number 21, Christian Silva from Deering. Fighting for the ball before it goes out of bounds. Ward Jenkins comes up with it. Long stick midi. Defense, excuse me. Errant pass will go out of bounds. $15 players out of about the 50 on these teams played in state championship games this year, as there's another behind-the-back attempt by Coulter Olson. Can't locate the ball, and instead it's picked up by Ward Jenkins, who's still fighting for it near the pylon over there. Still a fight for the ball, and finally coming out of the pack is Coulter Olson. Puts a move on his defender behind the back. A little inaccurate shot there. Good job by Ben Mendelson for White, who kept that possession alive.
A little sloppy here to start the second half. A lot of ground balls. Navy tries to move here in transition.
And White has certainly taken advantage of those ground balls all evening. In goal still for White is Will Redfield. Quick passing by White. Over the top look, and a shot was deflected on its way towards the goalkeeper. Picked off by White, number 22, Adam Donovan.
Oh.
Behind the back look, and Beckett Melhorn. White's trying everything here on offense.
Behind the back pass, behind the back shot.
Here's Jack DeLeo. miscommunication on that pass there. Donovan will run out to try and save it, but it'll go the other way. Jake Marcotte working on his TA teammate Adam Donovan here. Ball popped free and taken away by Donovan, who's feeling heat from behind. And they're going to pry that ball free from his stick.
Credit to the TA equipment staff. Very easy to identify the gold helmets.
Oh, yeah.
Nice job.
Definitely an intimidation factor, those gold helmets.
Yeah.
There's a good look for Navy, and Andy Marvin, the freshman attacker from Portland, scores his first of the evening. And that cuts the lead in half. It's now 8-4, White on top, as substitutions will come on for both sides.
Navy goal scored by 2026, number 2 from Portland, Andy Marvin.
And the face-off at midfield being taken by Nick Gagne of South Portland and Will Picarillo from Cape. This was the face-off matchup for the majority of that state championship game, so they're familiar with each other. Gagne picks it up as the whistle blows.
It's a loose ball push.
Van Hoisty will start things off. Throws it back up top near midfield to Nick Hoy. Hoy looking to operate in Navy's offensive zone. Throws it behind the cage. Marvin, who just had the goal, finds Andrew Burke. There's a shot from distance.
Nice
and
save.
A good save made. Will Redfield. And look at this.
Little trick play, little hidden ball. Let's see.
We've got a huddle. Who's going to come out of the pack with it? It looks like it's Beckett Melhorn, who's taking it around the cage. Throws it right in front of the net, and somehow it gets into the stick of the Navy goalkeeper. Underhand sling from Andy Marvin. Goalie taking it coast to coast almost. Now he flings it all the way out to Bobby Offit. Olsen gets inside. Shot, and he's denied as he goes for a jump shot. He's tried that a couple times tonight.
Foot in the crease. Be blue possession anyway.
He's gone airborne. Oh, he knocks it down on the clear. Melhorn scores. Coulter Olsen just stuck his stick up there, deflected the ball down, and Beckett Melhorn does the rest.
White goal with his third of the game, a 2025 from South Portland, number 4, Beckett Melhorn.
Melhorn still with a lot of time left, only a sophomore this year. He'll be a junior next year. 2 more years for him in the state of Maine lacrosse. Cody Southwick looking to win the face-off. And he does. To the delight of the TA crowd. Here's Jake Marcotte. Having trouble with it over on the far side. And good pressure defensively, getting that possession back for White. That pass skips through right to Cody Southwick, and he's taking it the other way for Navy. Pressure from behind. Drops it off right in front of the crease, and they
Great
score.
Look.
Great pass from Cody Southwick to Quinn Walenta of York, and Navy with a goal. Cody Southwick, the face-off man for Navy, won a face-off. And then a couple minutes later, drops off a great pass right in front of the goal to Quinn Walenta.
From York, number 4, Quinn Walenta, assisted by number 6 from Thornton Academy, Cody Southwick.
Here's Gagne for the white team. Now Melhorn will control. Good spin, beats his defender. Gets inside, shoots and scores as flags fly everywhere. We'll see if this one counts. Even if it doesn't, still a great move by Beckett Melhorn.
Goal counts and penalty counts. Melhorn with 4 now on the day.
So a big play for White there.
Face-off here is big for Navy. They're man down, but if they can win the face-off, they can burn off the 1-minute penalty. You'll notice nobody for Navy on the, well, near side wing on the face-off here.
Cody Southwick with a big face-off to win here. The lights are on at Hill Stadium for this 2023 Maine Lacrosse Underclassmen Showcase Game. That ball tracked down by Jim Neal of York.
White goal scored by number 4, his 4th of the game from South Portland, a 2025 Beckett Melhorn.
That pass goes right up over the top of Melhorn.
Navy penalty on number 16 from Falmouth, Elijah St. Louis, 1 minute per slash.
Feeling pressure is Navy, and they give it away, or nearly give it away right in front of the goal. And now the goalie with a burst of speed will take it up the field. Here goes Elon Keys for Kennebunk.
Yeah, they're offside.
And an offside called on Navy. Not a ton of penalties in an all-star game situation like this, but there are some. There's a shot ripped on net, and another goal.
Looks like that was Olsen, I believe.
Coulter Olsen from Yarmouth. He's looked impressive today. Probably had the ball more than anyone else. Likes to take command of an offense and has a very powerful shot, and he showed that one off there.
Scored by number 1, a 2024 from Yarmouth, his 2nd of the game, Coulter Olsen. Assisted by number 10, Evan Anastas.
Now 11-5 White.
They've been in control pretty much from the start. And that face-off won by Will Piccarillo. But a quick possession for Navy, just not able to keep the ball in their zone for long enough. Melhorn, centering pass. Olsen with a head of steam, a behind-the-back goal. Pouring it on Coulter Olsen, dominating this second half here. He's got 3 goals. The junior from Yarmouth has a lot in his bag, and he showed it there with the behind-the-back shot.
Goal, his 3rd of the game, number 1 from Yarmouth, Coulter Olsen.
Now a 7-goal lead for the white team. Here goes Olsen, drops it off nicely.
Oh, nice save, point blank.
Great save there, made by Elon Keys, the sophomore from Kennebunk. He'll clear to Southwick. Southwick avoids a slash from behind. Blake McPherson over to Andy Marvin, now behind the net. Crunkala from Bonnie Eagle. And eventually White's going to scoop that up on defense. Adam Donovan making a play there. And an errant pass that was intended for Cameron Streifel of Wyndham. Crunkala will back it out. Throws it over the far side. Navy looking to cut into the 7-goal lead as we approach 2 minutes to go in the third period. There's a shot, and not on target and scooped up by the white goalie.
Still Redfield in for goal. He played the whole first half, I believe.
Donovan will drop it off for Offit. Bobby Offit looking to pick it up. And well defended. Coming away with it and fighting for the ball. Number 21 for Navy, Christian Silva. And a scrum for it right here on the near side. As opposed to the 37 schools that were represented in the senior all-star game. It's a lot more condensed in this game. Just 19 schools being represented. Still a lot, though, from the SMAA, the Western Maine Athletic Association, as we mentioned earlier, even a Holton representative.
Good to see the diversity around the state. Lacrosse is doing well in all parts of the state here, and even growing even more as for years to come.
That's Isaiah Irvin from Holton, a junior midi. Olsen just trying to muscle his way inside.
Yeah, he's got a big frame.
A spin move, a shot, and a score. That's Tobias Perkins from Wyndham with his first goal of the game. That comes with 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Picarillo fighting for the face-off, and it's won by Navy.
20 seconds.
Good pass and a better save. No race to the ball.
White goal scored by number 8 from Wyndham, Tobias Perkins.
12 seconds left. White's going to work quickly here if they want to add to their score. Under 10.
We might get a goalie shot here.
Goalie will take it all the way out. Looking for an opportunity.
There he goes.
Redmond fires. Redfield, rather. And time runs out on the third quarter. White opens up a big lead over Blue. They lead 13-5 after 3 quarters here in the 2023 Maine Lacrosse Underclassmen Showcase. We'll be back for the fourth on TATV.
Hey, Dan, how's that proposal coming?
Just finished. I am sending it right now.
Okay, good. Oh, no. How are we looking for noon? We got like 2 minutes. Dan.
Run over here.
Is this my room? Wow, Dad! Is this your room?
I chose to attend TAMS because it was a change of scenery. It was a much smaller school.
Because of the amazing teachers.
How small it is and the community about it and how everybody knows each other.
You can know all the kids here, so it makes it much more easier to make friends.
They just get you ready for high school.
TAMS is special.
TAMS is amazing.
TAMD is fabulous.
TAMS is fun.
TAMS feels like a family.
Minutes to go in this 2023 Maine Lacrosse Underclass Showcase Game between the Navy team and the White team. White up 13-5 right now. Cole Purvis alongside Dan Crowley with you for these last 12 minutes of what's been a fantastic afternoon of lacrosse here at Hill Stadium.
Really a good, to steal the term, a really good showcase of where Maine is in lacrosse right now. A lot of talent, a lot of offense, defense. We've seen it all. Goalkeeping, face-off. We saw a lot of good face-offs in the first game. Seeing a little more, kind of classic attackmen in this game in Lathrop and Melhorn. Really good sticks there. Been fun to watch.
And in an all-star game like this, the flashier players are definitely going to be on display. And
they are.
Beckett Melhorn with 4 goals, and then the Air Force commit Coulter Olson with 3. They've been spearheading this offensive attack for the White offense. So the sun's starting to set at Hill Stadium. Lathrop with a behind-the-back pass, and he connects with his man. That's Evan Yale, the attackman from Wyndham. And just added to the highlight reel for Keegan Lathrop on that assist. Face-off will go in the direction of the White offensive zone, but it's taken away by Navy. Cole Allen in control here. Loses it momentarily. Fighting for the ball, and it's picked up by Melhorn.
Oh, he's got a pole.
Scored by number 5, a 2025 from Wyndham, Evan Yale.
Saw this in the last game, some guys playing some different positions, and we're going to see that again here.
Definitely something he didn't have a chance to do in the regular season, so fun to get that opportunity, no doubt.
There's a shot, and he goes top shelf for the goal. White adding to their lead. And Olin Pedersen of Scarborough, junior attacker, with his 2nd goal of the game. Southwick and Neal at the face-off. And Neal wins that rather easily.
White goal scored by number 5, a 2024 from Scarborough. His 2nd of the contest, Olin Pedersen. Assist to number 12 from Gardner, Zach Kristen.
And taking it all by himself, that possession was Jim Neal. Face-off man for York, a junior. Never gave the ball up off the face-off, and he scores to make it 15-6.
White goal scored by number 6, a 2024 from York, Jim Neal.
So both of these games really never in question, although this one a lot closer than the senior one, as that ball is bounced right over the net. Nick Gagne from South Portland on the shot attempt. Gagne will give it up to Mendelson. Here is Mendelson back with it at the top. There's a shot, and that one a little too off target. Let's talk about next year in lacrosse. You know, Cape graduates some guys, but they bring back Keegan Lathrop and a lot of other guys, as you're seeing in here. Do you think they're still the favorites, and who could you see potentially making a run?
Definitely still the favorites. Liking a lot what I see out of Melhorn from South Portland. Watch out. They'll be back. They'll score a lot of goals. They do lose their goalie, as we saw from the senior game, which is often hard to replace. Seeing a lot of York players that are playing well. I like their face-off man who's playing here tonight in this underclassmen game. You know, your TA Trojans really well represented here tonight. They can make a run. Never count out Falmouth, right? Never count out Falmouth. I do like my home Scarborough only because I liked what I saw out of the goalie here in the first half. But Cape goes into next year with expectations, and most people will put a target on them, and they're going to have to prove it. So a lot of good contenders coming for them next year.
Yeah, that's a target on their back that they've had to deal with all year this year.
Nothing new for them.
And next year we'll be going for a four-peat, believe it or not, as that shot taken by, I believe, Tobias Perkins. Here's Melhorn, as you just mentioned. Skips one wide of the mark.
Here comes the goalie. Seeing a lot of goalies in the... This might be our best chance here.
They've been stuck between their crease all season. Why not take it out and try and score a goal?
Oh!
And more goalie-on-goalie action there as one goalie makes a save on the other. It's funny to see how exhausted these goalies are because it's probably the most they've run all season. Sure, they run in practice with the rest of the team, but in terms of in-game, don't get to let themselves free like that very often. As you mentioned, York, the Class B state champions, they looked great all year. Nick Hoy, Evan Anastas, they have some studs on that team, especially offensively. And they won Class B and really left no doubt. Plenty of strong returning players next year. Here is number 19, Drew Wittes from Scarborough. He'll bounce one well over the net, but right there to keep it in bounds is Sam Cochran.
White offside there. It'd be Navy ball with 7:30 to play.
Gavin Thomas with a touch there. Here's Cole Allen. Working inside, through contact, behind the back. What a goal. A behind the back bouncer right past the keeper. Cole Allen, the junior midi from Falmouth, with a highlight reel play right there.
Watch out for Falmouth next year. 6 players playing in this underclassmen game. They'll be strong, as they always are.
13, a 2024 from Falmouth, Cole Allen.
And probably, you know, 8 or 9 times out of 10 would have beaten South Portland in that semifinal game. So definitely could have had another shot at Cape. And they kept it fairly close with Cape, the 2 games that they played in the regular season. So they will be a perennial contender for sure. Here's Jim Neal with a shot, and that's turned aside. 7 minutes to go, an 8-goal lead for the white team. led by their head coach, Jeff Aris of Deering. Off the pick, here's a shot, and bounce that well high of the goal. Anastas will flip it over to the far side. Anastas will set a pick.
Yeah, they're very, very careful in lacrosse. No moving screens at all. More so than basketball even.
If I'm not mistaken, that's number 23 out there, Will Redfield.
In the field.
Playing some midi. He did a very good job in goal.
I give you a lot of credit, Cole. These All-Star games when they're putting goalies all over the field and attackmen are playing defense, it's hard to keep up. You're doing a great job.
Here is Blake McPherson from Wyndham with a shot.
Great save.
Was a good look from Miss McPherson, but a better save. And a long outlet.
White's offside again. Refs haven't seen it yet. Yep, and they just did. He's got a nice helmet. It's the Gardner, the orange there and white on the bench. It's a brilliant orange color.
Yeah. Might rival TA for the best helmet here.
I was going to say, pretty nice.
Might have some competition there. Here's Marcotte, tried to split a couple defenders. Behind the back pass by Lathrop. And that shot is wide over there. It was a good look, but unable to really get the shot off was Blake McPherson. Like I said in the last game, thank you all for watching here on TATV. Stay tuned for the fall sports season where we'll have all the football games, soccer, field hockey broadcasted on TATV. So stay tuned for that, and all of next year we'll have a lot of great broadcasts for you. Here's Jake Marcotte of Thornton Academy. He'll throw it behind the cage to Lathrop. Lathrop just toying with the defense. Shoots from point-blank range and a tough angle for him to shoot at. And White comes up with a save, but they throw it right away. Centering pass. And after all that, Navy will come away with it. There's a shot, and it's right into the stick of Cameron Sinclair, who is in goal. Sophomore goalie from Falmouth. Here's Joey Foley. Got a goal early in this game. Drops it off for Anastas. Evan Anastas will spin, changing directions. Good pass over to his teammate who fires one right into the stick of the keeper. That was Joey Foley with the shot attempt.
Very impressed with the goalkeeping tonight in both games.
Here's Cochran with a nice pass. Little shovel shot. .3:17 to go. Still a 15-7 lead for the white team. Breakaway chance for Navy.
Shot.
Long distance shot is handled by the keeper. Connor Crunkala fired that one on net, and now White will take it the other way. Shot goes wide, chased it out of bounds.
Nice backup by the goalie there.
Again, the score not really what matters in this All-Star game. These players trying to put themselves on the map, make some plays here. Lots of talent on this field on both sides.
I'd say the future of Maine Lacrosse is in good hands.
Lathrop with a shot, and that's rejected by the keeper. And Coulter Olson goes out to celebrate with his goalie. Here's Marcotte. Great pass. Lathrop couldn't handle the pass. Lathrop in the mix, finds Ranger. Ranger with a shot, and that hits the post. He'll get it right back, shoot, and score.
Wow.
Couple of chances for Navy, but they finally get it to go. And it's Chase Ranger, the midi from Mount Blue, a junior.
From Farmington, Maine, Mount Blue High School, 2024, number 11, Chase Ranger with his first goal of the game. He enjoys trips to Curacao, Aruba, and any Caribbean island during the winter months.
Shout out to Mike Hersey on the PA announcing for both games today. That shot deflected before it got to the net. Under 90 seconds to go in this Underclassmen Showcase game. Lathrop goes behind the back, gets inside, shoots, and another great save. He's made some incredible moves offensively, but it's been the nice goaltending of Cameron Sinclair, sophomore from Falmouth, who's really stood up to the test against him.
He's getting a lot of looks, that's for sure.
A pole goal. That was number 19, Drew Wittes, or correction, Ward Jenkins from Yarmouth, a sophomore. So a couple more goals added before we wrap up here. It's 15-9. White looking to close this thing out in the final minute here.
2025 from Yarmouth, Ward Jenkins.
Face off. One by Navy. They'll throw one near the net, nobody home. Ball will roll out of bounds. Jake Marcotte, the turnover, so White will take over with 36 seconds to go here from Hill Stadium.
Keegan Lathrop playing attack with a pole now. Not something you see every day.
Pressure inside, and Navy able to make one last stop before time's going to run out here.
They got 12 to do it. Let's see.
Here's Picarillo from Cape Elizabeth getting upfield. Finds Lathrop. Lathrop looking for one more shot, and that's wide. And time runs out. That's going to do it here from Hill Stadium. The White team hangs on to win 15-9. A lot of fun for both teams. Congratulations to the White team for winning, and for all of these players for making it here to this All-Star game. What a great season, and we'll see them next year, as they're, of course, all underclassmen who will be returning for the 2024 lacrosse season. So for our producer, Josh Pulsifer, and Dan here on the color commentary. I'm Cole Purvis saying so long from Hill Stadium, and have a great night, everybody.